Grandma's flying cooking pot. Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by tall trees and bright flowers, lived a cheerful little girl named Amora. Amora loved spending time in her grandmother's kitchen, watching her cook delicious meals. But what Amora loved most was the large, shiny cooking pot that sat in the middle of Grandma's kitchen. It had strange carvings all around it and a lid that shimmered in the sunlight. One day, Grandma sat Amora down and whispered, "This is no ordinary cooking pot. It's magical. It can fly and take you anywhere in the world to gather the best ingredients. It has been in our family for generations, and now, it's yours." Amora's eyes grew wide. "It can fly?" she asked. Grandma smiled and nodded. "Yes, my dear. All you have to do is place your hand on it and say, 'Let's find the taste.' Then the pot will know where to go." The next morning, Amora decided to try it. She stood in the kitchen, placed her hand on the pot, and shouted, "Let's find the taste." With a whoosh, the pot rose from the ground, and a swirl of golden wind wrapped around her. Before she knew it, Amora was flying high above the clouds, holding onto the pot's handles. The sky was bright blue, and the birds flew beside her, singing cheerful songs. Their first stop was Italy. The pot landed gently in a cozy village with red-roofed houses and the smell of fresh pizza in the air. Amora met a smiling boy named Luca, who showed her how to pick the ripest tomatoes from his family's garden. They made a warm bowl of tomato soup together, with basil leaves and a little cheese on top. Next, the pot whisked Amora away to India. She landed in a colorful market full of spices. A friendly girl named Priya took her hand and led her to her mother's spice shop. There, Amora learned about turmeric, cumin, and cardamom. Priya's mother taught them how to make a sweet, creamy rice pudding called kheer. Amora added some of the golden spices to her pot. "Let's find the taste." Amora called again, and off they went. This time, the pot flew over deserts and oceans until it landed in Mexico. There, she met Diego, a boy who loved to dance and cook. Diego's abuela, grandmother, gave them sweet corn and showed them how to make tamales wrapped in green leaves. Amora laughed as the steam rose from the pot, carrying the smell of fresh corn and spicy peppers. Next stop was Japan. Amora landed in a quiet garden full of cherry blossoms. A girl named Aiko bowed politely and took her to her grandmother's house, where they made rice balls and miso soup. Amora was amazed at how careful and gentle they were with each ingredient. She tasted the soup and smiled. The pot hummed happily. Amora traveled to so many places. She picked olives in Greece, made couscous in Morocco, and even tried fried plantains in Nigeria with a girl named Ife. Each time she visited a new place, she made a new friend and learned a new recipe. Her magical pot grew heavier with every adventure, full of ingredients and stories from around the world. Finally, the pot gently brought Amora home. Grandma was waiting in the kitchen with a big smile. "Did you find the taste?" Grandma asked. Amora nodded, her eyes sparkling. "I found so many tastes, Grandma. I made friends, learned recipes, and saw the whole world." Together, they stirred all the ingredients into the pot. The smell that filled the kitchen was unlike anything Amora had ever smelled before. It was sweet, spicy, fresh, and warm, all at once. When they tasted the final dish, Grandma closed her eyes and said, "This tastes like love, learning, and adventure." Amora hugged her magical pot tightly. From that day on, she became the little chef of the village, sharing stories and meals from around the world. And every now and then, when she placed her hand on the pot and whispered, "Let's find the taste," the pot would lift off once more, ready for the next adventure. And so, the magical cooking pot continued its journey, flying across the skies, carrying the taste of friendship, kindness, and curiosity wherever it went.